Hey everyone, hope every one of you are doing great. So in this modern world of 21st century, okay, where we have a lot of population, 8 billion population, plus we have so much of competitive nature, the lifestyle, the racing or the pacing world, okay. In this scenario, humans have found out something very difficult. And what is that? People get stressed out easily. And as I mentioned, stress is not a bad thing. It actually drives you out for some kind of motivation, some kind of work, or to achieve the output. But what is happening these days? Our extreme stress are leading to burnout. And we're not just talking about physical burnout, we're talking about mental burnout. Especially, we're talking about Indian society, where the competition, the population, the societal structure has forced people to be the victim of burnout. And the major concern is burnout lead to lot of mental health problems. So we are discussing about burnout. What really is burnout? So take an example of a machine or a toy, okay? We are pretty much aware, or just take an example of your body, okay? When your body get exhausted, then excess, okay, because normal workouts is okay, but when you exhaust your body and there's no energy left, you need some recharge to be done. But if you don't do that recharge, you don't give the proper adequate rest, you are bound to face the burnout. And what will happen if the burnout happens? Whether it's machine, whether it's human being, you are bound to suffer physically, mentally, and a lot of your functioning does not goes well. So that is a classical example of burnout. So we'll be discussing in depth how burnout creates problem and how can you identify, because in this world, especially the urban people out there, those involved in employment, those in the workforce, are the major portion of victims of burnout. Especially there are a lot of reasons out there, but before that you need to find out symptoms, because only when you find out symptoms, people may think that they are workaholic. I'm not against workaholic, okay? There are people out there achieving their dreams, a lot of competition out there, definitely you need to put in your effort. But when burnout happens, and this is something from a student of psychology and mental health, because burnout happens and I've seen client, okay, just because they are facing problem with managing the burnouts, they are lacking on a lot of things, okay. They have tremendous potential, but burnout is burnout and it will affect your physical and mental health. So what are the common signs and symptoms? Okay, just giving you an example. The two individuals, one is Anmol, one is Aman, okay. Anmol, let's say both of them are into workforce, some kind of workforce, whether it's trainer, whether it's working in a technocrat, working as a doctor. So what happens is one individual, Anmol, manages everything good, whereas Aman is facing problem. Definitely they both used to love the same job, but eventually the job has started creating pressure, the job has started creating stress, and the way they manage is a different thing, because they both are a different person, okay. Whether one manages time well, one manages the social life, one see it as a challenge and work toward the stress, whether one definitely feel more burden and stressed out, and definitely that impact his social life, that impact his performance, that impact his overall thing. So these are the little things that you need to understand, whether it's Aman or Anmol, you have to manage burnout, and that will really help. So what are the common symptoms of burnout? First and foremost, constant irritability, okay. What happens when you are too much of stressed out? Making small error also feel like devastating things, and you always keep on criticizing yourself, you criticizing other for the small error, and that constantly create irritability. That's one of the thing. Second, having problem with performance or reduced efficiency. I've already mentioned, when your mind is too much stressed out, when you are feeling that burden, or you are really feeling there's no energy left, how you want to perform? Definitely the reduction in the efficiency of work or the productivity will never be as expected. At the same time, as I mentioned, second was productivity loss. Third, you will have problem with social life. And you may be thinking that you might isolate yourself and you need some time, but definitely this burnout is actually creating uh, a sphere where you are enclosed by yourself and you do not take help. So that's the third thing. You started avoiding social life. Fourth, definitely uh, physical symptoms. You might feel headaches, you might feel uh, tiredness, you might feel bodily ache, lot of things, lot of mental health plus physical symptoms are very much viable when there's a burnout. Okay, and there are others out too. Another common problem with burnout is low self-esteem. When you start doubting your own performance, definitely the performance has not been increasing well, so you start doubting yourself, and that somehow create problem with the self and give rise to a lot of problems. Okay, in Indian society, anxiety disorder have become very common. Sometimes you also feel emotional exhaustion because you are unable to handle a lot of emotions, extreme emotion, lot of stress that is coming out, and that suddenly exhausts you emotionally and you break down. These are some real symptoms that people go through. At the same time, you start disengaging yourself. Okay, managing daily life seems very tough for these people. Okay, earlier it used to be great, but now, as everything is slowly going down, whether it's sleep, whether it's social withdrawal, whether it's efficiency, too much of irritability, sleep, you can just imagine all these things going simultaneously will create an impact on your overall life, and you are unable to manage that, and that in turn give problem to lot of other mental health problems. So that is why the need of burnout, to know what really is burnout, to know the symptoms, to reach out for help is very important. Because I know you really want to have that life, and everybody wants to have a life. I want to have a better life. But these burnout, just because we're not able to control certain emotions or not able to manage things out, and it's not a problem. We are not expert at everything. We need to learn, and learning is an art, and learning comes with practice. So with time, you need to learn about how to manage burnout, and these are essential. And there's certain things that you can do. There are a lot of other problems that are associated with burnout that we'll be talking out in later part of our videos, but mentioning about what you can really do to prevent the burnout, because now we have discussed a lot of symptoms that you can identify in yourself. Okay, whether it's physical tiredness, muscle pain, lack of social or social withdrawal, you talk emotional exhaustion, reduced efficiency, irritability, a lot of other symptoms. But now we're gonna discuss about what solution you can apply. Okay, in your daily life, I've already mentioned, first you try it by yourself or by yourself, and if that doesn't work, then you go out, reach for help. There are experts out there, I think. Okay, there's expert for everything, and you need to actually work on those things. So what are the common symptoms that one might find out, okay, to know that he is really going through that burnout phase? First and foremost is irritability. You are irritable most of the time. Okay, definitely even making small errors makes you irritable for yourself and for those around you. So that's a common symptom. Second, deprived sleeps. You are actually having or facing problems getting a high quality sleep, and this is not just about you. Majority of Indian workforce these days, especially urban workforce, are facing difficulties with sleeps. And as you are also aware, a lot of sleep problems give rise to a lot of other mental health problems. So yeah, burnout has created that problem. There's too much stress, you're too much worried about the client, about the work. Third is social avoidant. Okay, you are trying to avoid the social life. You're trying to definitely you are trying to give yourself some time. You may be thinking isolation will help, but during the stage of burnout, you need to ask for help rather than just being alone. You need to work on your social life. Fourth, reduced efficiency. As I've mentioned, if your mental well-being, your physical well-being is not up to the mark, you are bound to face problem with the productivity, because productivity is a direct result of your well-being. So as I mentioned, burnout has become a very major problem these days and is part of daily life of a lot of people going through it. So what you can really do, there are very basic little things, okay, that you can try it out by yourself. Just figure it out what really is causing the problem. First and foremost, maintaining that personal and professional boundary. Managing personal and professional life is a must. Okay, it's easier said than done, but you have to manage that. You have to set your priorities in life. I've already mentioned that. Okay, at the same time, start saying no to things that you really don't think that are aligning with your goals. Okay, prioritize tasks that are of immediate importance and let other things go. Okay, sometimes it's better to say no than to put yourself in a pressurized situation. What else can you do? Overcommitment. People tend to have that tendency we have to commit, and in that process they try to overcommit sometime and giving them an additional pressure in life. And this is a scenario of competitive environment. Definitely commitment should be there in order to fulfill a task, but overcommitment, as I've already mentioned, do not burden yourself. You cannot risk your mental health and physical health just because you want to overcommit yourself. That's the second thing. Third, relaxation techniques. There are a lot of relaxation techniques. In the meantime, you want so much in a short period of time that you start forgetting that there are a lot of relaxation technique that you can use in your daily life. Okay, whether it's breathing exercise, meditation, mindfulness, yoga, XYZ relaxation techniques that can really help you elevate the stress. Okay, and people are so much busy that they do not have time for these little things out there. Also, managing time. I think one of the major reason people are facing problem because they are not able to manage times and their goals and their work schedule. And managing time, taking short breaks, I think are very much essential. If you don't take break, your machine is bound to get exhausted and it will die function. It will not function as properly as mentioned. Quality sleep, as mentioned, people are facing problem with this sleep these days, especially the working population. Start prioritizing your sleep. Get a good sleep. There are a lot of techniques out there you can use to get a better sleep out there. Diet, I've already mentioned. Have a proper diet. Social life, engage with your colleagues, family members, friends. Okay, try to maintain a decent level of social life, because if you get isolated, definitely people may think I'll get isolated from the whole society and I'll start working on myself and XYZ. But maintain a decent level of social life, because lack of social life create lot of problems in the man, and we are social animals. We need the social support. What else you can do? A lot of things. So one major thing that you can do is exercising. As we all know, exercise has multiple benefits. Okay, whether it's giving you energy, boosting your mood, reducing the stress hormones, a lot of things. So it's exercise. Okay, take out some time for workouts. Okay, that really helps out in actually reducing the burnout. At the same time, pursuing hobbies and interests. As I've already mentioned, people when they lose meaning in life face problem with lot of things. So interest and hobbies keeps you going. In my case, it's a very major chunk of the part. When you are definitely aligning your hobbies, interests, as well as managing your personal and professional space, that is the best thing you can do. At the same time, try to re-evaluate your goals. Sometimes what happens, burnout is a immediate region where your goals, your values are not aligned, and that creates somehow a lot of conflict within your head and create a burnout. And at last, if nothing is working, just go and seek out help. There are professionals out there, psychologists, counselors, therapists, and a lot of other who can help you, direct you, or do a lot of therapies out there that can change your life and that can help you tackle with all this burnout. Because the major thing is improving yourself. The major thing is taking care of yourself. Doesn't matter from where, how, what. Okay, do it by yourself. Take help. Just get through this. Do not be the victim of the burnout. So with that, I would like to end this, and take care of yourself. Mental health, physical health, social health, emotional health, finance health. Every health is important. Even spiritual health is important. So start managing those things, and you gonna do great. And I'm on the same way. Just wanted to share the same thing. Bye, gentlemen.